Hi wine friends, and happy Wine Wednesday. If you're new, I'm Allie from A Glass After Work. Thanks for joining. So today's my birthday, and here in DC we are still under stay-at-home orders. Now it does look that's going to change on Friday. Things are going to start opening up here then, but as of today, all celebrations are going to have to be in the house. So since it's Wine Wednesday, thought I would start off by celebrating with you guys and opening up a wine that I've had several times out, but for the first time I ordered at home. This is a Two Shepherds Grenache Blanc. So I first had the Two Shepherds Grenache Blanc at an Indian restaurant here in DC at Karma Modern Indian, and I fell in love with the wine right away. Weirdly though, I never purchased it anywhere else. I never went on their website. I followed them on Instagram after that, but I don't know. I'm not really sure why I always ordered the wine at Karma, but never really went to go seek it out elsewhere. But during all of this being stuck at home and trying to really support some small producers and get to know some new wineries and ordering directly from them, I actually went to their website and I was kind of blown away. So the winery is actually run by two people, William and Karen. And William started as a kind of barista. He was doing his own thing, just, for his own pleasure. And then in 2010, he started doing wine commercially, but like really small, like micro winery type production. At this point, they're at about 2,500 cases annually, and William is still the winemaker, and he really puts an emphasis on natural yeast and on aging in neutral oak barrels. So everything is fermented and aged in the neutral oak barrels. A lot of the wine is unfiltered, they are unfined. So he really tries to keep things as natural as possible. I think that the grapes that they are sourcing is really interesting. They stick to Rhone varieties. I think that their winemaking process is really interesting. And then so I went online and I ordered a case, and William actually emailed me back directly, which also means that it's kind of nice to have direct contact with the winemaker and the owner, and there's just clearly a lot of love that goes into these wines. So I'm excited to share this with you. So this is the 2016 Grenache Blanc, Katie's Corner. It's done as a tribute to Sarah Lee Kund, and she is, and it has a whole story on the back here, but she was a really big pioneer in agriculture in the area, and so she passed away in 2014, but the grapes from this vineyard are coming actually from the first Grenache Blanc grapes that were planted in the Russian River Valley. And part of what Sarah Lee was known for was really pushing for diversity in grapes. And so there's a real connection to the work that she did and to how we ended up with these grapes in our glass. All right, why don't we get to that wine? You might be able to see I've got my Simply Charm wine charm on here. And the wine is I would say a lemon yellow color. Yeah, lemon yellow. Oh, that is just so beautiful. So lots of citrus happening on here. I get some grapefruit, some lemon zest. Also getting a lot of Granny Smith apples, some green apples in here. And some good floral notes. I would say some apple blossoms, some honeysuckle. Definitely a little bit of salinity on the nose, a little bit of salt, and kind of like wet gravel type notes. All right, why don't we give it a taste? Cheers. This is so lovely for sitting outside with the birds and the nice weather. It is so beautiful. All right, so I'm definitely getting those Granny Smith apples, some pears on there. Also getting, I would say I'm also getting a little bit of like white peach, a little bit of stone fruit happening. It still has those floral notes, those apple blossoms and honeysuckle. I think I mentioned that the first time I had this wine, I have to give credit to Karma Modern Indian and to Sachin there, because he paired this wine with a Indian dish, a chicken Indian dish that is basically a tandoori chicken with special spices from the chef there. And oh my God, the pairing was delicious. The presentation was beautiful. And I would never have in a million years have thought, oh, this would go with Indian, but it was spot on. And this wine is still spot on. And it's not that expensive, $26. So it's a little on the pricier end for an everyday wine. But also, we know that there's only 100 cases of it, so it's pretty small production. We know it's a small winery, so we know that they're doing a lot of the work themselves. I just, I can't say enough good things about Two Shepherds. We actually opened the rosé of Carignan last night, and Don was like, wow, this is really good. So I think you will be seeing some more of Two Shepherd wines on here, because it's one of those wineries I am falling in love with. So I would love to know, have you ever had any of the Two Shepherds wines? Let me know in the comments down below. Also would love to know, have you celebrated a birthday in quarantine? And if you did, how'd you celebrate? What did you do? Obviously, we are drinking some of this right now, but we're also gonna hop onto a Zoom call with a bunch of friends and family and open up some bubbly. I'm going to be opening up my Seppi sparkling wine. I've got a bottle of the Rosé Seppi. I did a review of that wine a few months ago, I think. I'll make sure I link that down below. But my friend Kelsey is the winemaker there, so we'll be drinking some Seppi sparkling wine to celebrate. And so if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate those. If you aren't already a subscriber, you can do that by clicking on the icon right here or on the subscribe button down below. But don't forget, also click on that bell, because it will notify you when I upload a new video, which is going to be every Wine Wednesday. And if you're looking for a recommendation, you can find one right there. Thanks for joining, and I hope you're staying safe and healthy. Happy Wine Wednesday. Cheers.